Have you ever wondered the wonders of decaffeinated coffee to our health? Well, I got you. Just sit back, relax and listen. Decaffeinated coffee hasn't been the top choice for some coffee drinkers. If you want more health benefits along with coffee, you might want to switch to decaf. Decaffeinated coffee drinkers should take heart as protective effects are observed for both caffeinated and decaf drinks, suggesting that caffeine's not the only thing causing health benefits. In reality, there are naturally occurring compounds found in coffee other than caffeine. Several coffee benefits come with decaffeinated coffee. One of them is decreasing risks of certain diseases. Scientists reviewed a large sample of American adults' coffee consumption patterns. They found the moderate coffee drinkers had a lower incidence of death from a heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and even suicide. The study's first author, Dr. Ming Ding, explained that previous studies have proven that coffee beans contain chemical compounds that reduce insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Hence, coffee and mortality may have an inverse association. Studies have shown that drinking caffeinated drinks cannot be for everyone and might not be suitable for some people. Young children and pregnant women should limit their consumption. Decaf coffee is an ideal option in these situations for people looking for a long-term healthy option. However, the experts believe that extras like milk, syrup, and sugar are not always valuable to their health. When people add a lot of sugar and cream to their coffee, they may increase their daily calorie consumption in the form of calories that experts do not recommend. They should then transition slowly from high-fat to low-fat milk or reduce the amount of sugar and other ingredients they use. Several antioxidants found in coffee have been linked to the prevention of mild depression, Parkinson's disease, and colon and rectal cancers. Several medical studies suggest that both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffees can assist in treating obesity as well as reducing the risk of developing adult-onset diabetes. Coffee contains compounds known as chlorogenic acids, which are known for their weight-controlling properties. This compound seems to alter the activity of enzymes in the liver, slowing the release of glucose after a meal. Drinking a caffeinated or decaffeinated drink would be reasonable after a meal. In addition to suppressing glucose production and release, it also helps digestion by causing more gastric juices to be produced. Other than its weight-controlling properties, it is also believed that decaffeinated coffee can prevent or at least reduce cellulite growth. Fiber content consumption and hydration are the keys to preventing cellulite and reducing it. Nevertheless, consuming a calorie-controlled diet and phytochemicals can boost circulation if carried out regularly. Phytochemicals can also help prevent fat accumulation, reduce inflammation, boost collagen production, and fight fat accumulation. It makes it worthwhile to think, in this case, could Swiss water decaf coffee help reduce and prevent cellulite? In general, the answer is yes, as long as you consume sufficient amounts of water. A cup of decaffeinated coffee or a cup of decaf green tea can be likened to a liquid superfood because they are rich in antioxidants per gram. Hence, drinking moderate amounts of coffee is important in reducing cellulite, along with drinking lots of water. Although Swiss water decaf coffee has caffeine in it, most of its health benefits are derived from its polyphenols that act as antioxidants. A lot of coffee is a polyphenol called chlorogenic acid, which is related to bioflavonoids and has similar health benefits to them, in addition to other nutrients, including antioxidants and micronutrients like vitamin B3, vitamin C, magnesium, and potassium. Knowing this, it makes sense that scientists believe coffee drinkers are likely to live longer. Decaffeinated coffee is not just great for reducing cellulite, it can also really help you absorb more polyphenols and lower hypertension and natural methods to lower high blood pressure. The problem with caffeine is that it can amplify the effects of stress, and tightening blood vessels may result in raised blood pressure. Simply put, caffeine increases heart rate and blood pressure since the heart pumps more blood. Some people have turned to decaf coffee instead of plain coffee in order to give up caffeine without sacrificing taste. Several new studies suggest that consuming coffee, including decaffeinated coffee, reduces the risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. A study suggests that coffee compounds hinder Alzheimer's patients' brains from growing neurotoxic clumps and tangles. A good thing about these new findings is that caffeine and decaffeinated coffee both contain phenylindane and may contribute to their neuroprotective effects. Coffee is also believed to lower the risk of colorectal cancer, both caffeinated and decaffeinated. Studies have demonstrated that coffee consumption can reduce the risk of colorectal cancer. Several studies have shown that consuming 1 to 2 servings of caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee per day lowers the risk that someone will develop colorectal cancer by 26%. Researchers have shown that a daily intake of at least 2.5 caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee cups leads to a 50% reduced probability of being diagnosed with colorectal cancer, even after taking known risk factors into account. Different beans, roasts, and brewing methods contribute different levels of beneficial compounds per serving of coffee, although the consumption of coffee has been linked to a reduced risk of colorectal cancer, no matter what kind of flavor of coffee is consumed. Caffeine, the main component in coffee and tea, is thought to cause gastroesophageal reflux. However, its effects on this condition have never been quantified. Studies show that coffee consumption is associated with significantly greater gastroesophageal reflux compared to drinking tap water or tea, both of which are not significantly different from each other. Decaffeinated coffee, in this case, significantly reduced nausea and vomiting, whereas tea and water without caffeine had no effect. Decaffeinated coffee had a much less pronounced impact on reflux. In other cases where decaffeinated coffee helped lower significant levels of bodily substances, it has also been believed that decaffeinated coffee reduces ALT levels in the body. Alanine aminotransferase is an enzyme that occurs in the liver, and it is known by the abbreviation ALT. The body uses these enzymes to carry out chemical reactions inside the liver, and in doing so, it improves liver function. Because elevated levels can be associated with liver damage, lowering ALT levels in the bloodstream is vital in this case. A decaffeinated and caffeinated coffee drinker appears to reduce ALT levels later in life. Could caffeine in coffee protect your liver? Given that decaffeinated coffee gives similar benefits, it may not be the case. Thank you for watching.